If you have $0 saved for retirement, stop scrolling, because what I'm about to say might save you over $200,000. And no, that's not an exaggeration. The real danger isn't being at zero, it's waiting too long to fix it. That's the trap almost everyone falls into. You did everything right, got the degree, showed up to work, pushed through the stress, and somehow still ended up feeling stuck, exhausted, and behind. Like you're running full speed but getting nowhere. But here's the part no one tells you. Being at $0 isn't failure, it's a starting line. And if you play this right, this could be the exact moment your entire financial life changes direction. Not through hustle culture, not by working yourself into the ground, but by starting smaller and smarter than you ever thought possible. In this video, I'll show you how to turn nothing into momentum, even if you're burned out and running on empty. No overwhelm, no complicated strategies, just a simple plan to start buying back your freedom, $1 at a time. Number 1. The ashes. Why you're at $0 and why it's not your fault. Let's just be real for a second. The reason your bank account is echoing isn't because you're lazy or you bought a few too many lattes. Our generation, millennials, we've basically been trying to swim through a perfect financial storm. We walked into the job market during a massive recession, already weighed down by a mountain of student loan debt. Between 1980 and 2020, the average cost of an undergraduate degree shot up by 169%, but our wages, they've stayed painfully flat. We're stuck in a middle-class squeeze, where the cost of everything from a roof over our heads to staying healthy has gone through the roof, but our paychecks haven't gotten the memo. So it's not shocking that many millennials are struggling. A 2018 report found that about 3/4 of people aged 21 to 32 had nothing saved for retirement. The median savings for many was literally $0. Then, just as we get into our late 30s and early 40s, which should be our prime earning years, burnout hits. This is also the most expensive part of life. You've got mortgages, maybe childcare, or you're helping out your own parents. It feels like every dollar has a name on it before it even hits your bank account. In fact, a recent poll showed that a majority of millennials feel financially squeezed, with many saying they have little to no money left after paying bills. So when you look at that zero, know this: you are not alone. It's not a personal failure. It's the result of a system that's made it incredibly hard to get ahead. But admitting there's a problem is the first step to actually fixing it. Number 2. Fanning the flames, the terrifying cost of waiting. Okay, so we know why we're here. Now I have to share something that might sting a little, but you need to hear it. Feeling overwhelmed makes us freeze. We tell ourselves, I'll start next year, or I'll deal with it when I get that raise. But the single biggest mistake you can make is waiting. When older generations like Gen X and baby boomers are surveyed, one of their biggest financial regrets is not starting to save earlier. They see how powerful time and compounding are, and they wish they could go back and tell their younger selves to just start, even with a tiny amount. Let's look at the numbers, because this is what really lit a fire under me. If a 25-year-old starts putting away just $50 a month and gets a pretty average 6.5% return, they could have over $226,000 by retirement. But what happens if they wait? If they feel that burnout and put it off until they're 55, that same $50 a month only grows to about $24,500. That's a $200,000 difference. That's the real price of "I'll do it later." Every dollar you have today has a bigger, more powerful future version of itself. Thinking about that $50 you spent on dinner isn't about guilt, it's about seeing its potential. That same $50, if you'd invested it in your 20s, could be worth over $1,600 in retirement. This isn't meant to scare you into a life of misery, it's to show you that tiny choices you make today have a huge impact on your freedom tomorrow. The urgency isn't to make $1 million overnight. The urgency is to just start, right now. Number 3. The Rise, your step-by-step financial comeback plan. This is where things change. This is the comeback. Forget all the complicated financial jargon you've heard. We're going back to basics with 5 simple steps you can take right now, even if you're running on fumes. Step 1. the mindset shift. You're not saving for retirement. That sounds boring and a million years away. Instead, you are buying your freedom. Every single dollar you put aside is a down payment on a future where you don't have to drag yourself to a job you hate. It's a vote for future you, a you that's rested, happy, and in control. This is more of a psychological game than a numbers game. The goal isn't just to pile up money, it's to kill your financial stress and give yourself options. For most of us, the dream isn't a yacht, it's waking up on a Monday without that pit of dread in your stomach. So from now on, when you move money to your investment account, say it out loud. I'm buying my freedom. Step 2. Find your first dollar. The treasure hunt. Forget complicated budgets. We're keeping it simple. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to find your first dollar. To invest, go look at your bank statements from last month. Where did the money go? Don't judge, just look. Find one subscription you forgot about, one weekly habit you can cut in half, or one impulse buy you can put off. That's it. That's your first dollar. Now, automate it. The secret sauce to building wealth is to pay yourself first. Before the rent, before the bills, you pay future you. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account for every payday. Try to aim for 10% of your income. If that sounds insane, start with 1%. If that's too much, start with $20. Seriously, the amount doesn't matter nearly as much as the habit. Automate it so you don't have to think about it. Step 3. The $0 to $50 plan. Unleash the power of compounding. This is where the magic starts. Let's say you found $50 a month. Where does it go? You're going to open a retirement account. If your job has a 401k, start there. If not, open an individual retirement account, an IRA yourself. It's easy to do with places like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab. A Roth IRA is a great choice because your money goes in after tax and then it grows completely tax-free for retirement. But don't get paralyzed by the options. Just open one. Now, remember our example? That $50 a month invested over and over can turn into a huge pile of money because of compound growth. This is your secret weapon. Time is the most powerful tool you have. More important than how much you make, starting now, even with a little, puts you light years ahead of someone who starts with more money 10 years from now. Step 4. The ultimate cheat code, your employer match. If your company offers a 401k with a match, this is the single fastest return on your money you will ever get. It is literally free money. A common setup is a 50% match on the first 6% you contribute. That means if you put in 6% of your paycheck, your company throws in an extra 3%. That's an instant 50% return. You won't find a deal like that anywhere else on the planet. Your number one priority before paying off extra debts or anything else should be to contribute enough to get that full match. Not doing it is like lighting a pile of cash on fire every payday. For 2026, the most you can put into your 401k is $24,500. You don't need to hit that right away, but don't you dare miss out on the free money. What if you're a freelancer or gig worker? You've got even better options. Look up a solo 401k or a SEP IRA. A solo 401k lets you contribute as both the employee and the employer, so you can save a massive amount of tax-advantaged money. Just look at what you've done. You've gone from feeling hopeless with a $0 balance to having a real 5-step plan for your financial comeback. It starts with a new mindset, finding that first dollar, automating everything, grabbing your free money, and putting it into a simple, hands-off portfolio. The journey from zero isn't a sprint, it's a marathon made of small, steady steps. And here's the cool part. Younger generations are already proving this works. Surveys show that millennials and Gen Z are feeling more optimistic about their financial futures than older generations did at their age. That zero in your retirement account is not a brand of failure. Today, right now, it becomes your starting line. You have the most powerful asset there is on your side: time. By starting small and just sticking with it, your financial comeback isn't just possible, it's inevitable. You're not just building wealth, you're building a future where you call the shots. You're buying your freedom, $1 at a time.